Let's talk about why alphabets matter in language. Every language in the world has its own system that helps people to build words and meanings. In English and many other languages, we use an alphabet made up of letters. These letters are the ones that help us to spell names, that help us to learn new words, that helps us to communicate clearly. They are sort of like bricks. They are the building blocks of a language. Because from the letters, you build words. From the words, you build sentences. From the sentences, you build paragraphs. And then you start to communicate. So other languages use different systems. Some use different letters and others use symbols. On that aspect, let's look at some different systems that are used in the world. We have got the Latin alphabet. It's a system that's separate on its own. We have got the Cyrillic alphabet used in Russia. If you look at the Russian alphabet, it's different from the English one. We have got the logographic system used for Chinese characters. If you look at the Chinese alphabet, it's different from English and other alphabet systems. So each writing system provides a structured way to represent language, to construct words, and to transmit meaning. So mastery of an alphabet enables learners to spell names. It enables them to learn new vocabulary. It enables them to bridge gaps where full words are not yet known. So sign language also follows a similar principle. Each nation sign language has its own finger spelling alphabet. Can I state this at this moment that sign language is not universal? Each country has got its own sign language. So each of those follow a similar principle to the other alphabets. These alphabets help us also to start to communicate in a language. For example, here in Zimbabwe we've got Zimbabwe Sign Language. It differs from American Sign Language, which in turn differs also from British Sign Language, from South African Sign Language. So if you learn Zimbabwe Sign Language alphabet, you are not only learning hand shapes, because you will see that it's written here on the hand, A, B, C, instead of on a piece of paper. So it's not only the hand shapes that you are learning. You are learning to respect and to use correct linguistic systems of the deaf community in Zimbabwe. They have got their own laws, their grammar that controls how you use those systems. So in this series, I want to take you deep into learning Zimbabwe Sign Language alphabet. As I said, they are like bricks. Imagine wanting to build a house and you have got those bricks that are weak, that are made of clay, they are not together, then you build the house. What happens to that house? It will fall off. So your knowledge of sign language, if it's not built on strong foundation of the characters that make the language, the alphabet, then whatever you build on top of that would fall off. So this series is designed to help you to master the basics of sign language, which is the Zimbabwe Sign Language alphabet. We're going to be together, we're going to be assisting each other, and I encourage you to participate. You know, sign language is like swimming. Learning to sign is like learning how to swim. You can't read volumes and volumes of books about swimming and say, this is how you do the butterfly, this is, without getting into the water. For you to learn swimming very fast and effective, you have to be in the water. On the same token, for you to learn sign language, you have to practice the alphabet. So as we go together, I encourage you to practice. This is going to be an interactive series where I would need your input. I will check the way you sign and assist you. That is the best way you can learn sign language. So let's dive deep now, as we have talked about why alphabet matters in language. Let's look now at sign language, the way it differs from other languages. See, most people will say, sign language is just universal. That's the thought that all of us have. It is important to understand that sign language is not universal. Can I state that? Just as countries have different spoken languages, they also have different sign languages. Each sign language having its own alphabet. So if you want to learn 4 sign languages, you will have to learn 4 different alphabet systems. Zimbabwe Sign Language has its own finger spelling alphabet, as I said, A, B, C, D. It is used by the deaf community in Zimbabwe, and it reflects their language, it reflects their culture. So for you and me to learn the correct alphabet is to show respect to the community and to keep effective communication open. If you want to learn a certain language, you should have respect of the grammar of that language. We usually talk of breaking the language. See, if you want to try and speak Sindebele, you break this. We are speaking broken Isindebele. If you want to speak Shona, if you don't respect the grammar rules, you break it. Or we say, this one is speaking broken English. So that's the same thing with sign language. If you don't respect the grammar, you will break the language. So I will try and help you in this series so that you don't break the grammar rules of the sign language. In our course, we'll focus specifically on Zimbabwe Sign Language alphabet. I'll also teach you the other different sign languages as you go into the course. Now, what is the Zimbabwe alphabet used for? Okay, the Zimbabwe alphabet, sign language alphabet, as we said, has 26 letters following the English sign language, the English alphabet. These letters are used, 1, to spell names of people and places. For example, I want to introduce myself to you. I will tell you that my name is Mbiko. So I'll teach you also to do the same so that you can spell out your name, spell out names of places. Secondly, the Zimbabwe Sign Language alphabet is used to spell new or technical words. Whether you're in hospital, someone talks of a technical word or a technical term that does not have a sign, or that you don't know the sign for, that's where you can now take the alphabet and finger spell that. Thirdly, sign language is used to clarify meaning when a sign is not known. How do we sign this? Finger spell it. Then fourth, it's used to support learning in institutions like schools, hospital, courts, and other workplaces, where you will come into terms with technical terms that do not have a sign at that particular moment. Then finger spelling comes in. So finger spelling is not optional. It is a core skill that every sign language learner must master. You cannot skip and say, okay, I'll start. No. It's actually a core of the language. As I said, it's like the bricks. You can say, I'll build this house without bricks. No, it's difficult. Now, let's look at what we are going to be learning in this series. In the next lessons, we will learn the Zimbabwe Sign Language alphabet step by step. Now, we will take these 26 characters one at a time. We will focus on clear hand shapes. You know, sometimes even when I'm speaking, I'm not clear. You can't hear what I'm saying. I have to learn how to enunciate words, to pronounce words the proper way. That's the same thing with your hands. So I'll teach you that. Focus on clear hand shapes, correct finger positioning. If you position the hands in the wrong place, it conveys a totally different meaning. Then smooth movement, how you move your hands. Well, you'll see that sometimes you might get injured if you don't know how to move the words. So I'll teach you the proper way how to use that. So please do not rush. We'll take step by step. We'll focus on accuracy first. Accuracy is more important than speed. So you find people want to, no, we'll just take it simple and we'll not rush the lessons. We'll focus on practice, 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 practice. That will help your hands to remember the shapes. Huh? Imagine your hand, if it had a brain, you'll end up signing without seeing. So when I'm teaching you, first thing you'll be looking at, as we go, your hand will remember the signs. So just relax and focus on accuracy and focus on practice. Now, this alphabet will be the foundation of your course, so please try and master it. Everything else from here will become easy. So please relax and let's start this journey together. So let us begin.